Hey guys, welcome back to the town of Otter. It is 7:30 in the evening on Monday, May 22nd, and I'm just kind of marching my way through May here, hoping for June in the summer months. I'm really just been hopping on to do daily activities to make sure I don't miss anything like this, or rather like this. Tom Nook, he's got a dirt model for sale at his shop, so that is one of the items, along with the grass model, the track model, and the train car model you can buy from him. So he's got one of those today, and he happens to advertise it to me, which is even better. Actually, it doesn't make any difference, but at least now I know, so I'm going to make sure I definitely go in there and buy that. And of course, that'll be orderable, so I'll be able to get a couple of those to start decorating your town. Also got a letter from Mom. She's just been eating leftovers, but hey, that's like usually what I eat for lunch. I cook dinner, and because I live by myself, usually what I cook for dinner, because it's very hard to buy portions for one person at the supermarket, I usually end up making too much, and then that's just my lunch the next day, or the day after, or the day after that. So I don't see what's wrong with that, Mom. The other thing was I completed the plesiosaur, I don't freaking know. I finished that the other day, and I thought I was about to also finish the stegosaurs, but I have not. So just more fossils to sell. As you can see, 50,000. Yeah, you make a lot of money from fossils in this game. I mean, in Animal Crossing in general, you do. So yeah, all of this just happened. Come on, delete all these bad boys. All right. So I was really behind on editing because I'd been gone for so much. So I finally edited and uploaded a bunch of stuff and all the last episodes, and one whole episode that was like 30 minutes long, that was basically me going to the island, did not record my audio. No idea what happened. Probably just didn't have the headset on, but like I would have heard the music in the game, and I definitely was hearing it. So I'm not sure what happened. I checked maybe in the post processing it got messed up, and like that was the issue. It's possible. But I basically, you're going to have like a gap. I think I'm just going to upload it anyway, because for 30 minutes, there's no way I'm going to sit there and do a post over for 30 minutes and then re-explain all the island things. Like, ugh. I talked about a lot. So I might just upload it for people to like just click through and do it. But then there's not even music in the game, so it's really kind of a crappy episode. I think I'm just going to forget about it and try and just recap it next time we go to the island together. I've been a couple times since, but probably not until I get the Game Boy Advance together. So I messed up. Don't know how, but that happened. So there, I've just wanted to. That's why I talked about some of the bugs and fish I had caught at the start of that episode before doing all island things, and I know it's a little distracting because I planted a tree on the island and I talked all about the bugs and fish. And basically, I went there yesterday evening to go drop some stuff off, or 3 evenings ago, actually, Saturday evening, and to drop some items off that I had. And it was the evening, and I had planted a tree there a while ago, and it finally grew. So there's an apple tree on the island, which means normal bugs can be attracted to it, which is a really cool detail I thought about in this game. And I caught myself an evening cicada. I'm not going there to hunt bugs and stuff that I know I'm going to catch this summer, but I just couldn't resist. The sound of the evening cicada is my favorite sound in Animal Crossing. My favorite bug. I absolutely love it to death, and I heard it and it made me so happy, and I was like, I want that for the museum. And then I went into the house, dropped the stuff out, came back out, there was another one, so I was able to put it in the house there at the island so we can listen to it. But I'm not going to hunt things down. You know, if something super rare pops up in front of me, I might end up just catching it anyway. You know, but I did do that. So don't be too alarmed. You'll get to see all that stuff in the summer here soon. So yeah, we're actually just going to run straight to Nook's before I start doing my laps around town. Yeah, let's just do Nook's first, because then it'll give me a second here to talk about the main stuff that I did, and really the reason why I'm recording. The dirt model was like enough to push me with the evidence. I'm like, I can make a whole episode out of this. All right, Mr. Nook. Same old, brud. I'm going to sell you some fossils. Going to buy an item or two from your shop. Prof out a couple thousand. But a lot of this money will go back to you anyway. All of it will. 95% of it will. Already got all 3 of those items, actually. There's the dirt model. Oh, you can't walk on it in the store, but you can walk on it in your house. 12,000 bells, or 1,200 bells, and I know Caitlin's going to want one. So I'll go ahead and buy her one from my good old catalog. And I never meant to, or I never ended up checking the shirts, and I should have just done that. But I'm too lazy. Oh well. Please order that. Alright. Everything else can wait. I've decided I wanted to collect all of the papers in this game, because there's only like 64 of them. I mean, there's not a lot of papers in many games, but because you actually have to send mail every day, I think I have this one already, but I'll get it anyway because I need some more. You know, in the other games, you only send letters when you want to. In this one, it's like if you want fossils and you want money, you send letters. So it's really easy to get yourself to complete all the papers in your catalog. All right. Well, you may notice all over town lots of growing trees that are almost now fully grown. Oh, I think Sahara is here today too, which we should go check the dump in case there is a carpet there. And if not, I'll buy some from Nooks, I guess. Although I really got the one that oh, there she is. I got the one carpet I wanted already from her, the tropical flooring from last time I was here. So I don't really have another one that I really want that bad. But, you know, for the purposes of collecting them, I guess we can. I mean, you can get up to like three from her, or 4 from her at once. So, or really maybe as many as you want. I don't really know. The prices just go up. So in this game, you know, and like, what was it? City Folk, you have to deliver the carpets, or Wild World, you deliver them, and then in City Folk, you have to like collect old carpets from neighbors and then trade them in. And then in New Leaf, I don't even remember what you do in all these games anymore with Sahara because I never pay attention to Sahara. But in this game, you give her 3,000 bells and a carpet of any type. It can be any carpet in the game. Bring it to her with 3,000 bells, and she'll exchange it for one of her rare carpets. But she is special. She's different than Wendell. She'll tell you what carpet she has to give you. And if you don't want that carpet, you exit out of the conversation, you talk to her again until you get her to give you the carpet that you want, and then you exchange the 3,000 bells, and voila. And then you can talk to her again, and then the next time it's going to be 6,000 bells, and I'm pretty sure it'll be 9,000 bells, and maybe it goes up to 12,000. I've done up to 9,000 before, but I don't know if it'll go up to like 12,000 or something. Not sure on that one. And then some of those trees, yeah, I planted the palm trees right at the edge of the acre. So in acres where it's not beachy at all, you can kind of see them, and it's kind of neat. Like you saw up there by the wishing well and such. So anyway, as you guys know, I've been spending lots of time to get the town perfect. Lots of time over the days, every day planting things. And I finally got a perfect town. It was a lot of work because after it tells you which acres need things, then it just tells you like it's satisfactory, but it's not perfect, and then it doesn't tell you what you need to do, which gets very tricky because, you know, outside of these main acres, you know, ones that don't have like, you know, the main acres basically. Once those are perfect, meaning they have the right amount of trees in it, flowers don't really matter at all in this game. It's just tree count, and then all the trees you can like walk around them. Then it's acres like the museum or the police station or the wishing well or the beach acres. You know, those have like weird criteria which no one really knows for sure. But you basically just have to start planting things in all those acres until it tells you it's perfect, which is ridiculous to do, but. You can see everything is perfect. So this is the 4th day, but the 3rd time it's ticked past 6 a.m. And you need to have it for 14 days or 15 days or 13 days, somewhere around there in this game, depending on how it counts, because if it counts the first day or not. So I'm on my way to meet Farley the Well Spirit and get myself the golden axe, and that way Caitlin can get hers too. Because I'm assuming it works like the other games where everyone can walk in and get their golden watering can. Or maybe wasn't it like in one of the games only the first character gets the golden watering can and no one else in the town gets the golden one. They're all stuck with the silver forever. Isn't there something where not everyone gets it? And maybe in this game it does the same thing. Only one person gets the golden axe. But who knows? We'll find out. Making people unhappy. So the acre that was actually causing me the trouble was the police station, and then the acre by the lighthouse. Those didn't have enough trees in it, and I was having trouble getting trees to grow in the police station. So basically every day it would tell me the town was fine until I dug up the tree that had died, and then it would tell me it wasn't fine. So I had to plant another one. But I finally got, just because there's not a lot of room in this acre to try and, I had to get it, I got it to grow right here. But I have to get a tree to grow there. It was difficult. The police station just had a lot of dead spots for some reason, even though it had plenty of space. So yeah, I don't think I want to spend too much time today on the town. I think I'm just going to hop right off here in a moment. We'll go with the dirt model down on the ground as soon as I make sure everything grew in the police station acre, and I pick all of the weeds, because there can't be more than like 15. How'd you get over here? Like you were sprinting, like 15 weeds in town or something, which is like a week or two. But if you get more than like 3 weeds in one single acre, you'll have an issue, and it'll go from going unperfect. So you have to check every day, because one time I had like 3 of the 5 weeds that like showed up in one day were all in the same acre, and it told me it wasn't perfect because of those 3. Oh, it grew finally. And that really frustrated me because I reset my counter. That happened the last time I recorded this, so, or, in season 2. But I also just wasn't doing it right, and I got impatient, and it was a mess. It was frustrating. It's, even though you have the acres in this game that make it very easy to know where your tree, like where you need to go, and your tree count in those regions, you don't have to like, drop patterns around town to mark your acres or just get lucky. It's much more tedious in this game as to whether or not the town is perfect. So it's kind of counteracts it, and I think honestly New Leaf is the easiest town to get a perfect town in. Because like City Folk and Wild World, I remember being very difficult and having to lay patterns around town and actually go around and count everything. Like 10 trees in each acre and 3 flowers in all the acres, and go that whole deal and pattern the town and leave it ugly like that until you got your perfect town. But New Leaf, I think it was pretty easy. Like I just casually started planting trees where there weren't any and planting flowers, and next thing I know, my town was like perfect, and I was like, oh hey, that's a perfect town. All right, the money rock is close, so I should probably take more care now, because one of these is bound to be it. But yes, so I don't really think there's anything else to record until June, and I'll be with Missy for June, like that first weekend in June. So maybe the first day or two. Actually, no, I think even then I'll be up there at her place, at her apartment. So that's going to mean that I might not be able to record. I mean, I can. I just will be less likely to want to record there. So that means I might end up not recording a whole bunch of the June stuff and just doing a recap episode afterwards of like all the things that happened when she was in town and I was in town, like all the stuff we did together and trade and all the hours we played and the work we probably end up doing on the island. And then in addition to that, probably will also have caught some new bugs and fish, and I'll just kind of recap that after. But you never know, because I'll be back home for the fishing tourney on Sunday, so you won't miss a holiday per se, but you might miss the start of the month, which can always be exciting. But alright, I think I've rambled on enough. I'm just going to hop on off. We did what we needed to do. The town is still perfect. I don't have to, the last 3 days I've had to just keep replanting trees every day because they kept dying. So the town really wasn't truly perfect, but now all I do is log on like at least every other day, or don't get super unlucky with my weed placement, which is all by just randomness, then I will have no problem getting that perfect town. And it will be about when I see Caitlin, or about like the fishing tourney weekend, my town will be perfect and I'll be getting my stuff. So should be a good show. Yeah, I've mailed so many fossils. I could not dig fossils up for like weeks, and wouldn't have any issue getting them in the mail. So these can wait to mail tomorrow. All right. Yes, technically this was the first day that the town was perfect. And then I had to like replant 20 things then, and then I had to replant like 10 things or 5 things then, and now they finally grown. So at the earliest, we will be getting it the 2nd or the 3rd. At the latest, we're going to get it like the 6th or the 7th, so somewhere in that week span. But yeah, we'll have fishing tourney and graduation day. We'll be getting a model in just a few weeks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.